boy, they're close. And, oh, man, does it get any closer? Is he going to make it out of there? Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge. Here we are, Season 1, round number 20 at the Brickyard here, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And we got just a few more minutes left to go in practice here before we start our live qualifying this evening. Of course, there's no fixed setups. As you know, damage is on. The guys have one faster pair. And they're only going to have, the track is so big here. This is a 2.51 mile length facility. And so we're only going to do one shot qualifying, get one hot lap, and that's it. Once we get going here, we'll have 100 laps in store for you tonight. And including the tires that they start the race on, they have 4 additional sets of tires to get them to the end of this race. And not a bad day out there today at Indianapolis. 81-degree air temperature. Winds are 4 miles an hour, and that track temperature is 119. So a good day for racing. Those wind gusts at 4 miles an hour depends on which direction the wind is blowing. Might give them a little boost down the front stretch or the back stretch, and I believe it's typically down the back stretch. That they might pick up a little extra speed there. Of course, then they run into that headwind as you get into the coming around onto the front stretch. So let's head on down to the track here and see who's out on track. Looks like that's Martin Morales there, currently 18th fastest at the moment. There's the 58 of Ryan Bird. He's 5th fastest. There's number 8 of Tom Sinchak. He's at the top spot at the moment. See, there's Jesse Thornock. He's 14th fastest at the moment. Let's see who else. There's Dakota Moniz. He's coming in right now. He's either coming in or going out. Looks like he may be exiting the pits there. They have that long, you have to go through turns 1 and 2 before you can enter the racing surface. He's currently 16th at the moment. Now, of course, you know drafting will come into play here. This is a super speedway, but it's not exactly like Daytona or Talladega. And, boy, you really, I'm thinking you'll see a lot of lead changes or position changes here. It won't be so much in line racing like you would see at Talladega or Daytona. See, there's Max Foner. He's 12th fastest. And while we're waiting for things to wrap up here, let's take a quick look at the point standings here. Now let's take a look at the playoffs here. Now this is what it would look like, you know, if we were to start the playoffs today. Dustin Swingle, he'd be your lead there. Vincent Sora only 7 behind Thomas Walter, right there in 3rd, and a lot of your usual suspects there: Landon Durhol, Aaron Kralik, Tom Sinchak, Kyle Rochelle, Maurice Gomillion, Patrick Hernandez, Dakota Moniz, James Trammell, and Adam Westfield. Then we have positions 12 through 16, Ryan Ferraro, Mike Vano, Jesse Thornock, and Max Foner. Now, these guys, their names are in black. They're in the playoffs right now, but it's not a done deal. You could almost kind of say that they're all maybe getting close to that bubble, and anything could happen. If they have a bad day or if someone else has a really good day, things could indeed change. Might as well go and look at this bubble here. There you see Ferraro, Vano, Thornock, and Foner, 11th through 16th there. And And the cutoff there is 16th position. Joshua Stevens only 7 out, only 7 points outside of that top 16. Sean Huffstutler, he's been whacking down on that number there. It's been like in the low hundreds, and he got it down to 62. But, man, he is fast running out of time. He's got 2 races to go, and so he still has a chance. Kane Hoy has a chance, but as you can see, mathematically speaking, the only way he can get in is just plain and simple. He's got to win it all. It's just go get it all or just go home. And then, of course, they'll still be racing, of course, but just not for the championship. And so this is what he must do to get into the playoffs here. So can't wait to get this race started, and it's going to be great. Let's see, we have got a few more minutes there to go. Let's see who else is on track. There's Vincent Sora. He looking like he is currently second fastest. Whoa. Not sure what happened there. He got quite sideways. And there's the 57 of Thomas Walter. Right. So not sure what happened there. Something really got loose there on the 14 car. And there's Jesse Thornock, and there's the 44 Maurice Gamillion. He is currently, let's see, he is currently not showing a time for him. I guess he hasn't, this might be his first, that was his first time across the line, I guess. 20th fastest at the moment. And just like all these big tracks, it does take a little while for them to get up to speed. Usually, and see, that's the thing about the qualifying. Usually, I'm about to say, you have that second lap. That's going to be your best lap. They're not going to have that today. Man, they're going to get out there, and, it's always exciting to see the live qualifying, but talk about having pressure on you. You can't mess up in that one and only lap. You're not going to have a second one to make up for it. So a lot of pressure on the guys today to get out there and get as close to the front as possible. Vermillion making his way down pit road. There's Thomas Walter, who's up and running once again. He's 9th fastest. There's your points leader, Dustin Swingle. He's 19th fastest at the moment, right there in the draft of Walter there. Now I'm guessing his lap time, that may be his first time lap, who knows, and it might pick up here. Let's see what happens as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. Down the short chute here, going through turn 4. Come down across the line. Let's see where Dustin ends up here with this draft. And that moves him up to 13th fastest. About 45 seconds left in practice. There's a 21 Kyle Rochelle. And, man, he's 3rd fastest. And, boy, he has been fast out here this season. A lot of good battling there with the 21 machine. Checkered flag is in the air, so you know what time it is, folks. Wait for the guys to get on the pit road here and wait for the server to roll over to qualifying, and we will be having live qualifying here on Rice Motorsports TV. Now we'll see who's going to come out first here. Hear a lot of guys firing up on pit road, so they'll be ready to hit the track when they're signaled to do so. It looks like first up is going to be Adam Westfield. Adam's been doing pretty good this season, and now as far as just the regular points go, he's moved up to 9th position in the standings, and he's been to all of the races except for 2, and in all those races he has 9 top 10 finishes, 3 of them in the top 5. No victories, but been having a fairly good season. Coming out of turn 4 now to start his one and only hot lap. And the clock is running. Enter down turns 1 and 2. Nice smooth exit off of turn 2 there, heading on down the backstretch. About 187 down that backstretch. And this will be it for Adam. Let's see what he comes away with here. Making his way down to the start-finish line to finish his one and only timed lap. And he will obviously be on the pole with that 50.799. And that will be the time to beat. Next up is Martin Morales. I'm sorry, Brian Dubel is out next. Morales, he's just in the queue waiting to go. Coming around now. Let's see what he ends up with. And he will slot in at the 2nd position at 51.123. Next up is Martin Morales there, and this should be the start of his timed lap here. They're probably starting them very close to each other so that they can get the qualifying done as quickly as possible. And it is a voluntary thing. You know, everybody doesn't have to qualify. So we may get everybody out there, we may not. We'll see what happens here. Morales making his way down the backstretch here. It looks like, I believe that's Aaron Kralik has come out to get ready to start his hot lap, or start his out lap, I would say. Here's Morales making his way through turns 4. Well, this might be Martin's first race. I don't see him in the in any of the stats here. And let's see what he came away with. He came away with the 2nd fastest, 51.112. Good start there for Martin Morales. Next up will be Aaron Kralik, Mr. Consistency himself. We call him Mr. Consistency because he is he's been to every single race, and all 19 races up to this point, and of those 19 races, he's finished in the top 10 16 times, more than anybody. And of those top 10, of those 16, 10 of those were top 5 finishes. He doesn't have a win, but he really knows how to get up there to that top 5 on any given race day. Here we come now to finish his time lap here. Let's see what, he's blinking out just a little bit. We'll follow him across the line here. And Aaron's going to slot into the 2nd position there at 50.890. Next up is Thomas Walter. Thomas Walter currently 4th in the standings. He's been to every single race also. He has 11 top 10 finishes, 8 of those in the top 5 with 2 victories. Making his way now through turn 4. Let's see what Thomas comes away with here. And we will put him at 3rd fastest with a 50.984. Good run for Thomas Walter there. Next up is the 12, Orion Ferraro. I believe he's now on his, he's started his time to run now. And Ryan, he's been to every single race this season. He doesn't have any wins. He's been in the top 10 5 times, though. Now making his way down to turn 4. Here he comes to complete his hot lap. And let's see where Ryan ends up. He is on the pole, 50.795. New time to beat for the 12, Orion Ferraro. And the guy that's going to challenge him first will be the 21, Kyle Rochelle. Kyle Rochelle is currently 5th in the standings. He's only missed 1 race this season. He's got 10 top 10 finishes, 3 of those in the top 5. Still looking for that first win, though. Making his way down the backstretch here. He hits 188 as he goes into turn 4. I'm sorry, that was turn 3. Coming down now to complete his timed lap. Let's see if Kyle can beat that pole position time. And yes, he does. 50.181. Boy, that was about 7/10 quicker than Ryan Ferraro there. Next up is Sean Huffstutler. He started his time to run now. Sean just moved into the top 10 and just, the regular points and everything. And I'm sorry, not the top 10. He's 18th, moved up to 18th position. He's only had 8 starts with the league, but of those 8, he's had 5 top 10 finishes and 2 top 5 finishes. And as we saw earlier, he has a couple of more shots now to get into the playoffs, hoping for a good result here today at Indianapolis. And here he comes now to finish his timed lap, trying to beat that 50.18 set by Kyle Rochelle. Let's see what he came away with. 4th fastest with a 50.846. Next up is Vincent Sora. Now on his way on his time to run. Vincent is 2nd in the standings. He's also been to every single race this season. Has 13 top 10 finishes. Of those 13, 8 top 5 finishes with 2 victories. Making his way through turn 3 now. Down the short street, getting really close to that outside wall. And here he comes out of turn 4. Let's see what Vincent ends up with here. And almost got it, 50.351 for Vincent Sora. Next up is the 20 of James Trammell. James Trammell currently stands 14th in the standings. He's been to 13 of the 19 races so far this season. Has 7 top 10 finishes, 2 of them in the top 5, 1 being a victory. Trammell, I believe he's one of the drivers that's locked in because he had that win that locks him into the playoffs. So yeah, he can kind of enjoy these this race and the next race before we head into the playoffs, knowing that he's already locked in. Heading now into turn 4. The time to beat is 50.18 set by Kyle Rochelle. And James will finish up third fastest with a 50.649. Next up is the 1 car of Dakota Moniz. And he starts his hot lap. Dakota just moved up into the top 10 in the regular season standings, 10th position. He's been to every race but one. He's only been in the top 10 twice, and in the top 5 only one time, and that was for his one and only victory so far this season. Now navigating turns 3 and 4. There he comes down now to complete his hot lap. And Dakota will be 9th fastest with a almost a 51 flat, 50.008. Next up is the number 8 of Tom Sinchak. Already now on his flying lap here. Tom Sinchak is 13th in the standings. He has he's only been in 9 races so far this season. 8 top 10 finishes, 7 of them in the top 5 with 3 victories. Now approaching turn 4. Everybody has been really smooth going around the track. Haven't seen anybody really car get away from him. The cars look really planted out there. Let's see where Tom ends up here. Trying to beat that 50.18, and he's going to do it. 50.113, new pole sitter at the moment, Tom Sinchak. Next up, we have the 27 of Mike Vano, now on his way on his hot lap. Mike Vano is currently 12th in the standings. He's completed 16 races this season. He has 3 top 10 finishes and 1 in the top 5. Still looking for that first victory also. Making his way down to turn 4 here. And Vano comes down to the line. Let's see where he ends up. For the moment, he will be 8th fastest, a 50.887. Great run there for Mike Vano. Next up is Ryan Bird. I think Ryan may be one of our newest members here. He's only been in 2 races so far, but he does have 1 top 10 finish and one top 10, 1 top 5. So he's been in the top 5, made it to the top 5 in that 1 appearance in the top 10. So he definitely could be a threat to be reckoned with here for sure. Making his way out of turn 4 here. Ryan comes down to the line, and he will qualify. 7th fastest, a 50.833 for Ryan Bird. Next up, we have Kane Hoy. As we told you earlier, no, he's the like the third guy down on the outside looking in, and boy, he has a tall order today, folks. It's actually pretty simple. He has to win the race, plain and simple, and he's been in 5 races so far this season. He's only been in the top 10 one time, so he's going to need a little bit of luck here to just have a good day. Now making his way down to turn 4. A good day could start off with a good qualifying run here. Let's see where he ends up. Coy completes his hot lap, and he will be 5th fastest. Not bad with a 50.729. And next up, we have Max Foner. Max is currently in the 16th in the standings. He has 2 top 10 finishes, and both of them are actually in the top 5. He comes out of 4 to finish his qualifying run. And Max will find himself in the 4th position, 50.560. Not bad at all for the 51 machine. Next up is your points leader, Dustin Swingle. Of course, Dustin's, he's already locked into the playoffs. You know, he's been to every single race. He's got 15 top 10 finishes, 9 of them in the top 5 with 3 trips to victory circle. Now making his way through turns 3. Really hugging that white line as he came out of 4. Let's see where Dustin ends up here. And he will be 13th fastest, a 50.902. Next up, we have Landon Durhold. It's possible this may be our final qualifier here. I don't see anybody else getting ready to come out on track. Landon, he's currently 8th in the standings. He's completed 16 races this season. Has 9 top 10 finishes. 5 of them are in the top 5 with 2 victories. So not a bad season at all for Landon Durhold here. Getting ready to approach turn 3. He comes out of 4, making his way down to the start-finish line to complete his timed lap. He will be 18th fast. No, I'm sorry. 18th fastest with a 51.429. Next up is Jesse Thornock. So we do have a few more guys to go here. Jesse now on his way on his qualifying run. Jesse's currently 15th in the standings with 8 top 10 finishes and 4 in the top 5. Here he comes now to complete his hot lap. Let's see where Jesse ends up here. Okay, maybe that. Okay, he must have went out and started a little late because some of the guys had already been out, so that was the beginning of his time lap. Looked like he got a little loose there coming through turns 1 and 2, got a little sideways, so that's probably gonna hurt his qualifying time. We'll see what he ends up here. Now he's making his way down to turn 3. We already have another car on track right behind him, and he'll be starting his hot lap, I believe, just as Jesse is completing his. Jesse coming down to the line. Let's see what he ends up with here. And he'll be 16th fastest with a 51.076. Next up is the 44, Maurice Gamillion. Maurice is currently 6th in the standings. He's been to every single race. He's got 9 top 10 finishes, 4 of them in the top 5. And I just noticed I don't think is his teammate here. I don't see his teammate in the server at all. He's coming down now to finish his qualifying run. And he will qualify 8th fastest. Good job. 50.795 from Maurice Gamillion. And it looks like he will be the final qualifier here at Indianapolis. No one else looks like they're coming out. That actually may be everybody. So that will do it here. And now we'll wait for the session to qualify. Yep, and that is it. So we're done with qualifying. So now the server will roll over to the race session. And as always, we thank you for coming out and watching the races with us here at Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll always know when we're going live. Guys are lining up on the grid. As they're doing so, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup. On the pole, Tom Sinchak. Starting outside row 1 will be Kyle Rochelle. And then we have Vincent Sora 3rd, and 4th we have Max Foner. James Trammell starts 5th. 6th is Kane Hoy. You know what he has to do. He's pretty close to the front already. He's going to have to stay there. 7th is Ryan Ferraro. 8th is Maurice Gamillion. 9th, Adam Westfield. Ryan Bird rounds out the top 10, followed by Sean Huffstutler in 11th. Mike Vano in 12th position. 13th, we have Aaron Kralik. 14th, Dustin Swingle. 15th, we have Thomas Walter. Dakota Moniz, 16th position. 17th, we have Jesse Thornock. 18th, we have Martin Morales. 19th is Brian Dubel. 20th, Landon Durhol. 21st position is Cole Grimes. Patrick Hernandez starts 22nd position. And we didn't have, doesn't look like we had, let's see, Grimes and Hernandez, I don't believe, qualified, and that's just where they will slot in to the starting order here. So now we're waiting for the pace truck here. Let's see, is it a pace truck or a pace car? Yeah, it's a pace truck here tonight. Waiting for him to take off. And here we go. 100 laps in store for us this evening. Now, of course, as you can see, majority is Chevys in the field. We've got a few Fords in there on that still one lone Toyota, Max Foner there, and he's up inside the top 5 there, starting 4th. $22 cars in the field this evening. Making their way down the backstretch here. Now the pole sitter, he has the option to start inside line or outside line. Sinchak has opted to start on the outside line here. Okay, they're making their way through turn 4. Okay, Struck should be peeling off, and actually is not. He's going to, okay, there he is. Okay, I thought he was going to do one more pace lap. Waiting for that green flag. They go on green. All restarts are on the leader.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're racing here at Indianapolis. Boy, that's a drag race down to turn 1. Sinchak opted to start on the outside line. Personally, I would not have, but as you can see, Kyle Rochelle, he moves right up into that first position. Making their way down the backstretch for the first time. Everybody in single file very quickly here. Come now to complete lap number 1, and it will be Kyle Rochelle across the line first. Vincent Soares right there with Tom Sinchak. Everybody's actually drafting rather well. They make their way onto the backstretch here. You can hear the RPMs really pick up on the 14 there as he enjoys that toe from the 8 going down the backstretch, making their way now through turns 3 and 4. Come now to complete lap number 2. And boy, Soares is right on the tail of Sinchak right there. Really starting to space out just a little bit. James Trammell in good position there in 4th place. He's kind of got 4th place all to himself at the moment. He doesn't have any real drafting help, but he is about 2/10 ahead of Max Foner. Kane Hoy is still back there in 6th position, desperately trying to get to the front. A little further back, Ryan Ferraro, he's 7th, and he's being followed closely by Adam Westfield there. Sean Huffstutler, he's right on the tail of Maurice Gamillion. Now passing may be harder than what he gets into the wall just a little bit. Doesn't look like he damaged too much. You know, aerodynamics definitely play a part here. He fell back to 11th position there. Only lost 1 spot. That was to the 58 of Ryan Bird. Bird now trying to catch up with Gamillion there. Your leader, Kyle Rochelle, he's already about 8/10 ahead of Vincent Sora. who, by the way, has moved into second position. He did get around Tom Sinchak. We saw him drafting the 8 car pretty hard there, trying to run down that 21 machine. They make their way down now to start lap 6. Okay, we're showing Patrick Hernandez as retired. That's kind of shocking, and I mean he's locked into the playoffs, so he doesn't really have anything to lose. But surprising to see him out of the race. I don't know if it was a connection issue or not. But one lone retirement so far, the 2 of Patrick Hernandez. That lead is starting to come down a little bit for Kyle Rochelle. It keeps flirting between 7 and 8/10 of a second. Sora's trying to catch him, but Vincent Sora, he's just keeping the pedal in it and turning some very good laps, running very good lines. Well, further back, there's James Trammell. Now he's starting to get company from Kane Hoy there. Kane Hoy is still trying to get up. He's still running in that 6th position. You can still see the leaders up there. And he's almost a half a second back from Trammell here, trying to hold on to the draft of that 20 car. Indianapolis is a super speedway like Talladega and Daytona, but it's a totally different beast for sure. Such a relatively flat track, no banking whatsoever really to help you out. Now he's only about 3/10 back from Trammell. Oh, we got somebody went down low back there. Let's look a little further back. Can't see who that is. That's Jesse Thornock, and okay, that was Aaron Kralik. We saw him dart down to the inside. I'm so used to looking at that Tide machine. That's not the car he has today. Moved up to a 12th position. There's starting to, now that's the beginning of the second pack. A lot of times we see that on these super speedways. There'll be a front pack and a second group of cars. And Aaron Kralik is leading the way so far in that second group of cars. Boy, he's about almost 2.5 seconds back from Sean Huffstudler. So that second group is very quickly, falling behind a bit. Behind Aaron, there's Dakota Moniz, moved up to the 13th position. He's followed by the 57 of Thomas Walter. They both got around the 28 of Jesse Thornock. And I saw some smoke, and I think what that was, that might have been Aaron Kralik, because sometimes we do see him have some connection issues. And the funny little thing about the online racing, sometimes when a car has connection issues, it'll blink out for a second and it'll leave like a puff of smoke behind it. And that's one of the, of course, you can always tell that they're blinking out just the fact that they disappear, but that's another one of the little characteristics sometimes that you'll see with a car, when they have a connection issue. But he's not blinking now. Actually, his connection's holding up pretty strong. I have not actually seen him actually blink. I did see some smoke, and that's why I was wondering if it was Kralik, but right now he's got a really solid connection there. a little further back quickly. There's Landon Gerhold. He's running in 18th position. And there's a teammate, Dustin Swingle, back in 21st. And like I said, they're locked into the playoffs. So, yeah, of course they want to do good at the race, but they don't really have anything to lose. They already know that they're in the playoffs, so they're kind of be out here, have some fun, and maybe he's biding his time here and see what's going to happen. Kyle Rochelle, he's still your leader. That lead has come down to about between 3 and 4/10 of a second. Vincent Sora is right behind him, and he's followed by Tom Sinchak. And they have, look at the gap that they have pulled out on the rest of the field. Yeah, real shot here from Sinchak. That's from third place looking back. Definitely distancing themselves from the rest of the field. Sinchak trying to stay in the draft of that 14 car as he really pulls up now on Kyle Rochelle. Sora now very close to the 21 as they start lap 12. I'm sorry, make that lap 13. There we go. Across the line, start lap 13. He's pulling right up on the 21, I think. Is he thinking about it? He's thinking about it. Race down to turn 3. Rochelle may have to concede, and he does. He'll try to fall in line behind the 14. Or he's still hanging on that outside. Now he tucks in behind him. Sinchak is right there, too. Now Kyle Rochelle, the meat and the sandwich as they come down to start lap 14. Now, the three of these guys, they're like over 3.5 seconds from the rest of the field. A little bit of battling going on back there as well. Max Foner, he's having a nice battle there with James Trammell. And they themselves have also broken off. They're almost 3 seconds ahead of, Ryan Ferraro. Ryan Ferraro, and he's having his own battle with Adam Westfield. He has that 6th position. Westfield wants it. And meanwhile, up the front, Vincent Sora, he continues to trying to pull away now a little bit from Kyle Rochelle. Sinchak is still right there with him. He's not quite able to, he's not able to get a run the same way Vincent got a run on Kyle Rochelle there. Sinchak has been close. Particularly on that back stretch, they may be catching a tailwind on that back stretch, but he hasn't been able to capitalize from it and make a move on the 21. Let's roll with him this time and see what he gets on the back stretch. We'll see what kind of speeds they're doing here. We saw him top, I think I saw somebody top 188, and I would think they were going a little faster here in the draft. But not 88. He just did hit 188. Sounded like he had to get out of it just a little bit. sawing on the wheel just a little bit, trying to keep up with the 14 and the 21. He lost a little bit of ground there, about 0.3 of a second. If he's not careful, those two in front of him, they're going to draft and they're going to be hooked up, and the 8's going to find himself kind of in no man's land there, running completely by himself. And now Kyle Rochelle kind of, I think Vincent Sora must have made a good exit there of turn 2, better than Rochelle, because Rochelle definitely lost the 14. Wow, and Vincent Sora now is about 0.3, and he's kind of falling back into the clutches of Tom Sinchak. Vincent Sora, he got himself gathered up there now, trying to see if he can run down the 14 again. Well, I tell you, folks, this could very well be a fuel mileage race the way they're going right now. Let's look at some lap time histories here. Kyle Rochelle, he was quick. He was 0.05 of a second quicker than Sora. I'm sorry, Sora was actually 0.05 of a second quicker than him on lap 17 there. We'll see what happens this time when they complete lap 18. And that time, Sora was still quicker, but just barely 0.02 of a second. Let's move back to Tom Sinchak here and compare what he's doing with Kyle Rochelle here. Last couple of laps, Rochelle has been quicker. 0.1 of a quicker lap, 0.1 of a second quicker on lap 17, 0.07 quicker on lap 18. I think I actually said that backwards. It was Sinchak who was quicker. And now on lap 19, now Rochelle was quicker, 0.09 of a second quicker than Sinchak. Let's compare Vincent Sora here. Now Rochelle, he was 0.1 of a second quicker than Sora that time around. And making their way down out of turn 4 here. There's Sinchak. He's lost some position to the two front runners again, coming out of 4. Rochelle is definitely closing in on a 14 that time. Let's see if he was quicker. No, he just barely 0.05 of a second slower than Vincent Sora, almost an identical lap time. Let's look back at our next battle here. Now, James Trammell, he's gotten away from, he's been running by himself pretty much the whole time. Max Foner and Adam Westfield were battling, but now Foner, he's almost a full second ahead of Adam Westfield. And he's still quite a ways, over a second ahead of the 94 of Sean Huffstudler. You can see everybody's really getting spread out here. And we have Ryan Ferrara running in 8th position. Ryan Bird running in 9th position. Maurice Gomillion, he's rounding out the top 10. He's got Aaron Kralik in 11th there right behind him, trying to close in just a little bit on the 44 car there. Then we have Landon Durhole in the 12th spot. He's got a nice little battle going on here with Thomas Walter. Let's see how their lap times are comparing here. Looking at Thomas Walter and Landon Durhold. Landon, he's been quicker on the last 4 laps. And that time around, now he's quicker the last 5 laps, so he's keeping the 57 at bay there. A tenth of a second here or there, you know, maybe a couple of tenths there on lap 20. Vincent Sora, he still has his hands full. Kyle Rochelle was quicker the last lap, 0.05 of a second. Sora cannot get away from that 21 machine, and now that's the second lap that he's been quicker than the 14. Really working that draft now, and look at they've got over a second ahead of the 8 of Sinchak. Sinchak's definitely lost the draft of these two. Here now lap 24, just about a quarter of a way through this race. You know, they always say there's an announcer's curse when you start talking about cautions and stuff, but everybody's running so smooth. Man, this thing could just really go. And if we were to get a caution, yeah, I would talk to some of the guys and see how their fuel mileage is. Well, how many laps can they go? And so far, you know, we've gone 24. You can see on your track map there how far the top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the pack. About 14th position is where the second group is. Well, I guess you could say 3 groups now. The first group being a group of 3. Let's look at 4th place Termel. He's still comfortably in that 4th spot. He's still over a second ahead of Adam Westfield. Adam coming under a bit of pressure there, and he's got Huffstudler. Huffstudler's on the charge. Huffstudler's been quicker than Westfield the last 4 laps. He's getting around Max Foner there. Trying to catch the 92 car. I don't think Max is not done there either, though. Max said, you know, I don't know about that. I'm not done racing with you just yet. He's kind of hanging in there with Huffstudler, even though Huffstudler has been quicker than him in the last several laps. Let's look a little further back here. There's Ryan Bird. He's trying to chase down Ryan Ferraro. And there's Aaron Crawlick. Maurice Gomillion getting a little closer there to the 16 car, but now he's also bringing the 24 Landon Durhold with him as well. Landon, he has been coming on pretty strong here. He's been quicker than the 44 the last 5 laps at least. Taking a look down on the inside. Here he goes. I think he's going to get around the 44 here. He definitely has the better line. They race down the backstretch. Durhold, he ends up dropping back in line behind Maurice Gomillion. Maurice able to hold on to that 11th position. Great battle going on here. Here he goes again. Trying to get a good run off the corner here. And now they're going down the front stretch here. And he does get by the 44 Thomas Walter also took a peek at Gomillion there and elected to just drop in behind the 44. He might try. He almost got a run on him last time coming out of 4. Let's see what happens this time as they head down to turn 3. Your leader, Sora, he's 2/10 up on Rochelle at the moment. Sinchek is still right there, and all 3 of them are still well ahead of the rest of the field. And Walter, he did lose a little bit of ground that time. Maurice Gomillion has been quicker than him on every single lap for at least the last 5 laps. Now, lap 28, he was actually, he was quicker than Gomillion, but that time Gomillion was the one that was quicker. So he really gained on Gomillion. He was 6/10 quicker in lap 24, 3/10 quicker in lap 25, 3/10 26, 2/10 27, and then Maurice fought back on lap 28. Just about got back that more those 2/10 that he lost on 27. Okay, folks, here we go. I think we're starting to see some green flag pit stops here. There's Max Foner on pit road. And also Jesse Thornock is also following him in as well. Foner coming down to hit his stops. Foner's already in his stall. He should be getting out well ahead of the 28 here. That left side's going on. Down and away, and so is Jesse Thornock. Now, they both went down 1 lap. This track is so big, you probably only lose 1 lap, even on a super speedway, getting down and doing a green flag pit stop. So they are the first 2 to go through and do a green flag stop. They stopped on their lap down. They stopped on lap 29. Meanwhile, your leaders, and then now we have some more guys on pit road. Ryan Ferraro, Brian Dubel also locking it down. He didn't overshoot, all got close, but he managed to get right there in the stall there. We've seen this at some of the tracks. As far as fuel mileage, Ferraro's on his way out. Dubel is still sitting there. I don't know if he got a speeding penalty, perhaps. Here comes Landon Durhol coming in by himself. There's several more guys coming in. There's Durhol. There's coming to Kane Hoy. He's followed by Martin Morales. And also Dakota Moniz coming in now here on lap 32. Vincent Sora continues to stay out 7/10 of a second gap on Kyle Rochelle. And the question now will be, how far will he go on fuel? Now, so far of the 21 cars running, we have 13 on the lead lap. Schwingel, Grimes, and Vano. They're not a lap down yet. They're getting close. Their names are in blue, but they have not yet been. You can see from your battle box there on the right-hand side, Vano, he's still 10 seconds down the road from Sora. So it'll be a question of whether or not, and see, none of them have stopped either. There's Kyle Rochelle, second place runner. He decided to come on in. So that moves Simchak up to second position. And there's Adam Westfield. He's running third, followed by James Trammell. There's Sean Huffstudler having a good run now up into the top five. Of course, they're all going to have to stop. So, this should cycle around here. There's Rochelle just now making it to his pit stall. Boy, when you qualify up near the front, you got to come all the way down pit road. Gomillion, he's still making his way down to his pit stall. There's Dustin Swingle. He's coming in as well. And you see the leaders getting ready to come down here. Vincent Sora is now on pit road. Your leader pits now on lap 35. That handed the lead to Tom Simchak. Simchak, he's getting around. Looks like that's Max Foner. Foner has yet to stop. Trying to put the 51 car lap down. Or maybe not. Now he might be backing off here a little bit. Not sure if he's not coming in yet. He does have, there's Dubel. And also Ferraro and Gerhold. Ferraro and Gerhold, they all have fresh tires as well. So, yeah, those guys that have already stopped, they're probably going to easily get around your leader. A lot of more guys coming in now. There's James Trammell coming in with Sean Huffstudler right on his heels there. Huffstudler hits his marks. Everybody getting most likely 4 tires and fuel. NC, there you go. Check continues to lead. But he's getting passed by these guys who have already pitted with fresher tires, so he might not want to wait too long before he pits, because these guys are going to end up, they're going to get their lap back, of course, but he might even run the danger of getting a lap down or more. Now gone 37 laps, far more than anyone else. Sean Huffstudler and James Trammell came in on lap 35, and that's the furthest we've seen anyone else go. And now here he comes, Tom Simchak making his way down. Oh, getting it locked down so as not to get that speeding penalty. See, that's going to hand the lead to Adam Westfield, and Westfield still has to stop. Vincent Sora is in 6th position at the moment. You can see Vincent, he's making his way. He's right there. He's got Kyle Rochelle right behind him. They're making their way through turn 4 now. And Simchak now just getting to his pit stall, and your new leader's about to come on down. And there's Sora. And they will go once again into the lead here. And Simchak is down and away. That actually wasn't a bad strategy. He was still far enough ahead of them that he came out in 3rd, right where he was before. So that actually worked out pretty good. He's able, or the one thing, he had such a huge gap on the rest of the field. He wasn't really in danger of losing a position. Now he's got He's 13 seconds back from the two leaders, but he is closer to the rest of the field. Now only like 2 seconds ahead of Max Foner. Sora and Rochelle continue to battle at it here. Getting close to the end of lap 39. Now they're about 12 seconds back. Looks like Rochelle got a little side with it just a little bit. There's some more guys pitting. Mike Vano, he's making his way down pit road. He's followed by 25 of Martin Morales. I don't see him getting any tires. Okay, maybe I missed it. I was looking at something else, and I see the left side's going on there. Vano, he should be just about done. Let's see who's going to get off first. I wonder if he got a speeding penalty or something. There's Morales. He's going to move past Vano, and Vano loses the position on pit road to Martin Morales, and now they're making their way back out. Their 20th and 21st position. So everything has cycled around once again. Sora and Rochelle continue to lead 12 seconds down the road from Tom Sinchak in third. Max Foner in fourth position. Here's Kane Hoy. And his playoff hopes might be sliding away here, folks. He absolutely had to win today's race. Right now, he's already one lap down, and the leaders are coming out of turn 4, so he's about to go 2 laps down here as he makes his way down to his pit stall. Now he hits the spot right there, and here come the leaders right there, and that's going to put him another lap down. Now he's 2 laps down. He should be out and up to speed before they come around again, as long as he doesn't get a speeding penalty on pit road. And nobody else is on pit road at the moment. Boy, and the leaders are halfway down the backstretch. I wonder if he had some damage at all that he's getting taken care of. Boy, now the leaders are in turn 3 and making their way towards turn 4, and Kane Hoy is still sitting there. Oh, this is not looking good for the 3 here. He's going to go a 3rd lap down. And there he is. Here comes your leaders right there. Yeah, problems for Kane Hoy. Not sure what's happening there. As you can see, the leaders are continuing. They're sort of having an awesome race here today. Starting to get a bit of a gap there, almost half a second ahead of Kyle Rochelle. And you look back and see how far back Tom Sinchak is there. Now Morales, he came back on pit road. He was in there. I wonder if he's in for some kind of maybe he was speeding on pit road. I don't know. Anyway, there's Sinchak, and then you get further back. Wow, you see how far back Max Foner is. That's what 12 seconds looks like. Foner and Durhol are right there battling it out for that 4th spot. And then we have James Trammell, who was in 4th almost pretty much since the start of the race, and now he's back to 6th position. He's got a bit of a battle on his hands there. Actually, that's Brian Dubel. That's not even for position. Dubel's not on the lead lap. He's 1 lap down. So Trammell is running. He's still running really without any pressure, but he lost 2 positions in that pit stop sequence. And Sean Huffstudler, there he is. He's battling with Adam Westfield. Westfield is right there. Looks like he's going to take that position from Huffstudler. Adam moves up to the 7th position. Now they both have already pitted, so they're just battling along. And there's Maurice Gamillion. Him and he's got Dustin Swingle not too far behind him. There's Swingle followed by Ryan Ferraro. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Morales, he's on pit road again, and also Kane Hoy has been on pit road, and they're both now 5 laps down. Morales actually 6 laps down. Well, I take that back. Now they're both 6 laps down, and maybe serving some kind of penalty. You see Vincent Sora. He's about a 3/4 of a second gap now to Kyle Rochelle. Rochelle not quite able to hang on to the 14 at this moment. We're getting really close to the halfway point here at lap 46. We'll take a look at Max Foner. Have a nice little battle going on with James Trammell here. Trammell getting that 5th position. Adam Westfield also going to go by Foner as well, trying to hang on to the 20 car of James Trammell as they move further up into the top 10. Both having a very good run here today. Looking a little further back, there's Maurice Gamillion. He's battling with Dustin Swingle there for a position. Still got a couple of tenths on Swingle. And further behind them, there's Ryan Bird. He's in a bit of a battle there with the 57 of Thomas Walter. Battling for that 13th position. And actually kind of a 3-way battle. Jesse Thornock's up there right in front of them, that white car. About to make a move on Thornock here. And they both are going to get by the 28 of Jesse Thornock. Walter up to 13th. Ryan Bird up to 12th. Jesse Thornock back to the 14th position. Getting closer and closer to the halfway point here. Thornock, he's 3 and 3/4 seconds ahead of the 23 of Grimes there, Cole Grimes. So he's got a pretty good pad behind, but he is losing ground to both Bird and Walter in front of him. Meanwhile, up the front, there's Vincent Sora managing to maintain that gap almost a full second now back to Kyle Rochelle. And then way back there is Tom Sinchak. And pretty much have the road to himself at the moment. Kind of just cruising along here. Yeah, they come out of turn 4. Making his way down, and we are now at the halfway point. Brian Duble's on pit road. Actually, just getting ready to leave pit road. The green flag pit stop there. So if their second run is anything like their first, I'd be guessing that they'd be pitting somewhere around lap 68 or so. The leaders anyway. There's Jesse Thornock making his way in. Here come your leaders. Sora, followed by Kyle Rochelle, and Sinchak coming out just out of 4 there. All right, rolling along. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge here at Rice Motorsports TV. All right, we're back here at the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge, Season 1, round number 20 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And as always, thank you for checking us out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And boy, Vincent Sora, boy, he is putting together a master class today on the field. Now 1.5 seconds ahead of Kyle Rochelle. He's making his way through traffic. There's Rochelle right there. He just got around Mike Vano. Tom Sinchak is still back there, but no, no threat from behind, and he's rolling along. Still about 2 seconds behind Vano. But that's starting to close down now a little bit. Now on lap 56 of 100. I want to remind you that we have plenty of racing going on this week. Don't forget, as a matter of fact, to join us tomorrow as we join the North American Fantasy ARCA Series tomorrow afternoon. And then next Thursday, we'll be back with the Midwest Winston Cup Series right here on Rice Motorsports TV. Looking back to James Trammell here, he's still actually, you know what? He's gotten caught up there by Sean Huffstutler. Trammell has been running pretty much unopposed all race long. Now he's got a little company here in the 94, Sean Huffstutler. Huffstutler, he definitely needs to make something happen in these last couple of races before the playoffs begin. Huffstutler, he is right there. He's only 62 points out, but he definitely needs to collect some more points here. Trying everything he can to close in and make that happen. Getting closer to the 20 of James Trammell. Trammell trying to keep him at bay. And not too far behind them is Landon Durhold. Trying to close in on these two. I'm not sure. Am I seeing a little bit of damage on his hood there? It looks like his hood might be the right front there. Or it might have just been just the shape of the hood. Let's look at his right front suspension there. Seems like he's okay. And Ryan Ferraro, he's on pit road. Kane Hoy remains on pit road. He's been there for quite some time now. And he is actually, there's Ferraro, he's making his way out. But now Hoy, he went off track back on lap 39. Let's take a quick look at that in the replay here. And maybe see what happened to him. And yeah, he just got up there and just got along. Might have clipped a little bit of the wall there, or either just got sideways trying to avoid the wall. And oh boy, and he comes down and actually tags the inside retaining wall there. And trying to keep it locked down so as not to fly up on the track. You carry in that kind of speed that you're going, you're going over 170, 180 miles an hour. And he does good not to get completely up there. He does leave a lane for the guys coming now as they go by him. Good job there on the 3. And I think from that point he might have came in and I don't know if he I know they have one faster pair. We haven't really seen. That's the first contact that we've actually been reported all race long. And now he was already past that was the backstretch, and now he's making his way down the backstretch. Probably was making his way down the pit road, but the car doesn't even look that damaged at all, from when he had that contact. Even the left front, you can see the hood bowed up just a little bit there, but not a whole lot. not enough to warrant him. I mean, even if he used a faster pair, he would have easily um, fixed that problem. But he just really, let's go ahead and take it back live here, and he just really kind of making his way on the pit road, and there he remains. So, not sure what happened to Hoy, but obviously, I guess he also realized that his chances of getting to the playoffs are pretty much done now. He's 21 laps down, still on pit road. There goes Dakota Moniz making his way down here on lap 62. And boy, he might try to go the distance this time around. Now he's already 1 lap down, and let's see if I don't think he can't get in. The leaders are right in the middle of the backstretch, so he won't be able to get in and out of the pits before they come around and put him a 2nd lap down. Although I'm obviously they're going to have to stop again as well, but he might actually try to stretch it to the very end. It'd be close. We saw folks stay out like 35 laps or so. Or like 37. I think that was the highest that I saw any one car. I think 37 laps was the longest I've seen anyone stay out, and that was Sinchak Westfield and Thomas Walter and Aaron Krolick. Speaking of Krolick, there he is right there. So him and the other guys I mentioned, they definitely went the furthest. So they could go theoretically to about lap 75, or, if that was the limit of their fuel. Still not enough to really get them. He's still on the lead lap, but it wouldn't be enough. Thomas Walter. We're showing Thomas Walter. I'm not sure. For whatever reason, he is elected to put it behind the wall. That's another surprise. Didn't see that coming. So now we're showing, it's showing him as out. As those laps click off, the guys that are still running are going to catch up with him, and he'll move down the order. Everyone else is still running. He won't. He'll probably fall to, I'd say, okay, now maybe he is still running. He was showing out. Let's see. I wonder if it was no, he's still there. I'm wondering if he's having connection issues. That might have been what happened. See, now he's showing. You can see his numbers jumping all over the place. That may be what's happening with the 57. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, because he's still running on track. He's having connection issues, and if you lose, if you kind of, not like he got kicked out of the server, but it kind of is confusing the timing and scoring here. What's actually going on there? So yeah, that's explaining what's happening there. He's still running in 10th position. He's got Max Foner a couple of second or so behind him. But it seems like Thomas Walter's doing just fine as far as he's still rolling around the track. So, and that's something sometimes you have to keep your eye out on if the software tells you one thing, but you have to kind of wait and see, because there's all sorts of little weird things that can happen in online racing, and which is why it's always important to just keep racing till the very end, because you never know what's going to happen sometimes. Meanwhile, up the front, Vincent Sora continues to lead, now 2.5 seconds ahead of Kyle Rochelle. And there's Rochelle. He's still pretty comfortable lead, over 1.5 seconds from Tom Sinchak. And those two, they just can't seem to deal with Vincent Sora today. Sora is just absolutely the class of the field. The last time Vincent stopped was lap 34 Kyle Rochelle stopped on 33. Tom Sinchak actually went further on lap 37. So I'm thinking fuel-wise, yeah, Sora, they all may be able to stretch it out further, maybe, We haven't had a chance to talk to anybody because we haven't had any cautions. But, yeah, now he's making his way around. Guys, that's Aaron Karlick there making his way around. Putting Aaron a lap down. Car sliding just a little bit there. Let's compare those lap times with him in second position here. And he's definitely quicker than Kyle Rochelle lap after lap. Actually, he was slower. Let's see. Well, Rochelle's numbers are in the red, so that means he was. But Rochelle was actually faster that last lap, lap 67. He was 0.2 quicker. This is one of those new features I'm working with here tonight, showing you compare the lap times of the different cars, and the numbers in red tell you that that guy was slower than the other guy on that particular lap. And we go back to Max Fona. I'm not Max Fona, but Kyle Rochelle here. Oh boy, he had to lock it up. Let's get that off the screen real quick. What happened there? Who is in front of him? That's Max Fona. Boy, no, I'm sorry. That was him getting mowed down, and Tom Sinchak had to really get on the binders to keep from running into the back of Kyle Rochelle. So these two are kind of rolling the dice now. They're going to go ahead and pit now, and Sora is still out there. So now Sora, he's going to probably have to respond to that. Landon Durhol, here he comes in. There's Maurice Gamillion making his way in. Thomas Walter coming in. There's Durhol. There's Gamillion right behind him. And now Vincent Sora, he coming in immediately. You saw that those guys pitted, so he's going to pit on the next lap here. So he won't put them a lap down. And let's see. Where are they at the moment? Rochelle, they're on the back stretch. And Sora, he's just now getting to his pit stall. And there's Rochelle. They're making their way through turns 3 and 4. Boy, that's going to be close. He's not going to lose a lap, but they're going to be up to speed. Boy, this is going to be interesting here. Sora's on his way out, but here come the leaders, or the guys. Sora's right now being shown in 4th. And there they are right there. There's Rochelle and Sinchak. Oh, boy. This might be the only way that they can get past the 14. And they're going to go on by him as he gets up to speed, and now getting out onto the backstretch. Question now is, can he run down these two? Now he's the one that now they're all running 4th, 5th, and 6th at the moment. But the guys in front of them are going to have to pit, and this is one of the few lead changes we have seen all race long. Ever since Sora got up to the front, Rochelle, remember Tom Sinchak opted to start on the outside line, and so he, but that didn't quite work out for him, because that allowed Kyle Rochelle to get right to the front, and he held the lead for quite some time until Vincent Sora managed to catch him. And he had led ever since, right up until this point here, when he pitted, and of course, as the cars behind them will inherit the lead. Of course, all of that will cycle through here as long as we don't have a caution. Of course, they're all on the lead lap anyway. But boy, I tell you, if we did have a caution, boy, that would be a little bit of a game changer. But I guess the question would be whether or not, you know, what can these two do with Sora? He's already about a half a second back from them now. He is just running them down as they make their way through some lap traffic here. He was over a half second back, now 2/10 behind. And boy, these guys are 3 wide in front of him. Oh boy, that's not gonna, somebody's gonna have to give somewhere. Now they're side by side, 2 pairs. That'll work going through turns 3 and 4. Rochelle kind of tucks in behind Sinchek there. I think Sora, we're at lap 72. It's about to be lap 73. He knows he's got time to make a move. He's going to try it right now, folks. No better time than the present. Takes the move down on the inside of the 21. He's going to have the better position as they go into 2. And he exits into second position. Next up would be Tom Sinchak. And then more guys are pitting now. Everything's cycling around. Sinchak's already back up to first. Sora is second position, and Rochelle third, of course. And making his way around, I think that was Dakota Moniz there. Rochelle was, he was quicker than Rochelle the last 2 laps. Let's compare him to Tom Sinchak here. The last lap, Sinchak was a half second quicker, but that might have been as he was dodging some lap traffic there. Now trying to bear down on the 8 car. And they cross the line here, start lap 75. Let's see who had the better lap time for 74. And he was a 10th quicker than Tom Sinchak that time. 0.6 of a second back from the 8 car. Well, 25 laps to go here, folks. More lap traffic that they're dealing with here. Question is, where do you catch it? Looks like that is the 12 of Ryan Ferraro, and he's going to stay to the high side, let the leaders through, as you would expect anyway. Now it's clear sailing for both of them. Now he can try to run down the 8th here. He has been quicker than Sinchak every lap for the last 2 laps at least. He thought about it, but he's like, no, oh boy, you got to be careful. Boy, there isn't a whole lot of room right there. And he just forces his way through as they go into turn 4. Keeping that momentum up, not lifting it one bit. Vincent Sora back to the lead, flexing his muscles here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And now he's dealing with more traffic here. That's Morales right there. He's trying to get around. He's going to navigate him. Boy, like a high-speed slalom here. Sinchak made it through as well. Only 0.3 behind Sora. For the moment, they're a lot closer together. There's Kyle Rochelle trying to keep up with Sinchak and Sora. And they're a whopping, Sean Huffstutler is in 4th position. They're a whopping 35 seconds ahead of the 4th place Huffstutler. In fact, he's not quite ready to go a lap down yet. I think maybe about, maybe 20 seconds or so ahead of them. And now Sora once again is starting to pull away. Rochelle trying his best to get around the 8 car here. And here those RPMs winding up again. Getting a little bit of a toe there from the 8. It'll be lap 80 the next time they cross the start-finish line. They really got close to the 8 that time through turns 1 and 2 there, that short shoot. I think that this is the backstretch. We'll see if he gets enough of a run. Don't look like he's going to be close enough, though, to try to make a pass. Will actually lose a little ground that time to the 8. Sinchak trying his best to maintain that 2nd position. Oh, and he just did graze the wall, I think. Or very, very close to doing so. There's Ryan Ferraro down there getting by him. They're having a bit of a battle, but as they do so, and there's your leader, Vincent Sora. Now almost a full second now ahead of Tom Sinchak once again. Sinchak got a little bit of breathing room that time. They were trying to get around Ferraro. Rochelle, I don't know if he was held up a little bit trying to get around Ryan Ferraro there, but finally got around him, and now he's trying to close back in on the 8 car. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's James Trammell once again, 7. He was, I believe he was like 5th or 4th at one point for a long time, but he did lose a couple of positions. And that's Westfield and Durhold battling in front of him there. He's actually starting to reel them in a bit. Trammell, everybody has stopped twice. Jesse Thornock, Ryan Ferraro, Mike Vano, and Brian Dubel have all stopped 3 times. Martin Morales stopped four times. Here's Trammell on the 24, Landon Durhold. Looks like he's going to take that 6th spot away. So James Trammell fighting his way back up towards the top 5. Now here on lap 82. Sean Huffstutler now up to the 4th spot. Doing about all he can do at the moment to try to get closer and closer to that cutoff to make it into the playoffs. And he's almost 40 seconds back from the leaders there. So, as these laps wind down, at this point, he's done just about everything he can do to get the best finish he can, unless something happens to the leaders. As of the moment, he has a bit of a he's been battling Adam Westfield for quite a while. Westfield, he's been doing good out there too. Adam Westfield has been having a good run today. He's battling with him. He's been battling with James Trammell. And he is actually slowly starting to reel in Huffstutler. If you look at those two, I mean, if you look at as far as the playoff bubble and stuff, Huffstutler, yeah, he's 62 points out. And Adam Westfield, he's already locked in the 12th position. So, yeah, he doesn't really he doesn't have anything to lose at all as he battles here with Sean Huffstutler. Just out there having some fun, and he knows he's going to the playoffs. He's he's in the top 5 right now and trying to improve on that. And Sean Huffstutler, he needs to keep Westfield back there if at all possible. Westfield looked like he was trying to break the draft there just a little bit. And here they come down. Now it looks like Westfield is just going to run right under him. I don't know if his tires are going away or what, but he is definitely going to lose a position to the 92 machine there. There's Dakota Moniz making his way down pit road. Currently running in 16th position. And he's going to get 4 tires in the field. This should take him to the end for sure. He's only 1 lap down. Where are the leaders at? They're about to put him 2 laps down, I believe. Yeah, now he's showing 2 laps down. The leaders just did go by. Making his way back out. It's such a flat track on exit. You just can't go crazy exiting those pits. You'll find yourself sliding out onto the racetrack. He's back up and underway here. Looks like he only lost 1 position. He was showing 16th when he came in. Now he's 17th. So, and he's on the same lap as Ferraro. But I can't tell what the gap is to him, though. Nobody else is on pit road. There's Vincent Sora. And there's Rochelle and Senchak right behind him. Boy, they're battling like crazy for that 2nd position. And that's kind of a little bit of a, now Sora, there's a lap car between Sora and Rochelle and a lap car between Rochelle and Senchak. So that's not exactly what Tom Senchak would want, or Kyle Rochelle for that matter. I believe that's Ryan Ferraro. Well, actually, I'll take that back. That's Bird, Ryan Bird. That's right behind. Where is he at? Am I looking at that? Maybe I was looking at that wrong. I think that was. Where's Max Foner at? Let's get back up here to Tom Senchak, see who's in front of him. Yeah, Max Foner. He's a lap down now. So him and Ferraro now are in between him and Kyle Rochelle. And all that's going to do is really hamper his efforts to catch the 21 car. There's a 51 now. He moves to the high side. Let Senchak through. Boy, he's got a ways there. He got 0.8 of a second before he can catch Ryan Ferraro. And Ryan Ferraro hasn't exactly been that slow either. So, yeah, he's just kind of rolling along here. He's in 16th position. But, man, he's sticking with Kyle Rochelle right there. And you see how far back Sinchak is. Playing a bit of a spoiler. And hey, if you got the tires, if you can run and got the pace, you know, if the lead lap car were catching him, I'm sure he would do the sporting thing and move out the way. But there's no reason for him right now to if he's over a second ahead of Sinchak, so there's no reason for him to get out of the way. He's got work to do as well. Matter of fact, he's battling Dakota Moniz right there, who's not too far behind him. 3/10 to be exact, now 2/10. They're having a bit of a battle there themselves. And there he goes. He's got those fresh tires. You know, he just came out of the pit road there. And he's probably going to go by Kyle Rochelle as well. I think he's about to clear him right now. Now he gets past the 21. Back up to that 16th position. He had lost one position when he came in and pitted. Rochelle, he still has Ferraro between him and Sinchak. Then Rochelle and Ferraro, they're not teammates or anything, but, you know, for Ryan Ferraro is definitely helping Kyle Rochelle's cause here by having the pace that he's having, able to keep that 8 car at bay. In fact, Sinchak, he's falling behind a bit here. He's all 2.5 seconds behind Ryan Ferraro. And there they are up in front of him there. He just doesn't have any drafting help right now to try to catch him, and they're probably that's why they might be pulling away from him just a little bit. Although it's showing the time almost coming down, but not a lot. That's kind of stabilized at the moment. 2.2 seconds. Tom Sinchak finding it very difficult to catch the second place Kyle Rochelle. Here we're on lap 92. This race is all but over. Vincent Sora is just sailing on down the road here. 3.8 seconds now, just about 3.9 ahead of Kyle Rochelle. And dare I say it? Yes, I will. We have been caution-free, folks. We're here on lap 92. Now making lap 93. There's Dakota Moniz with those fresh tires as he gets around Sora. You can see the difference in the performance. Now, Kyle, let's see, where is he at? Dakota Moniz, he pitted on lap 83, and Sora pitted on lap 69. So about 14, those tires about 14 laps older than the one car, and you can really see the difference in the handling. Oh, and my goodness, we have a caution. Caution here on lap 93. And it's Mike Vano. It doesn't look like he hit anything. Wow. And boy, is this going to shake things up. Oh my, so what do? Do you pit or do you not pit? Let's look at the instant replay, see if we can see what happened here. There's Vano in the 27. Oh, and he got up against the wall. Oh, and he matter of fact, he got into, who was that? That contacted him and not showing anybody else. Let's run that back a little bit here. We'll slow it down. We'll take another angle here that we can see. That's 27 there, and I can't make out who that other car is. Is that Kyle? I mean, is that that might be Aaron Krolick? I can't make out that. I think that was Aaron Krolick. Yep, that's who it was. Aaron Krolick got into the 27. Let's take it back live here. Oh my goodness, boy! We're still not live. There we go. Okay, there's 9 cars on the lead lap. Oh boy, oh boy. And you guessed it, here come the leaders. They're not taking any chances. Sora, Rochelle, and Sinchak, they're the only ones who did come in. Okay, I take that. Huffstedler, he's coming in as well. All of the lead cars are coming in. And let's see, where's Maurice Gamillion? Maurice Gamillion, he stayed out. He's the one car on the lead lap. Okay, no, okay, he's coming in too. There's Aaron Krolick hitting his stop. Let's see, can Sora get out before it looks like he's down and away. Sinchak is right behind him, and Rochelle. So, whoo, boy, I know he might have been sweating there a little bit. Vincent Sora comes out first, followed by Tom Sinchak. Sean Huffstedler comes out in 3rd position. Him and Adam Westfield. Oh, boy, and Landon Durhol, James Trammell. Where is Kyle Rochelle? Back in 7th position. Oh, my goodness. And they get the restart. Man, he's going to have all these guys on fresh rubber just like him, between him and Sora and Sinchak. And, man, that cannot be a worse situation for the 21 right now. I mean, he could hold off the 8, it seems, but, man, can he battle off 5 other guys? Or 5 total? Sinchak, Huffstedler, Westfield, Durhol, and Trammell? Well, stay tuned and we'll find out. Okay, we're gonna have to go talk to somebody here. Let's find Vincent here real quick. Hey Vincent, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, how are you, Tony?
Oh, pretty good. I know you didn't want to see that caution, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that at all. I think I probably would have had that in the bag. I stretched the gap out to about 4 seconds, but I'll just have to hope to get a good restart and keep in front of Tom and Sean now.
10-4, man. I mean, but you've been the class of the field all race long, so they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what you got to do. And so good luck, and I'm gonna put you back down to the channel, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you, Tony.
10-4. Yeah, that. And he really has been the class of the field. The lights are out on the pace truck, and he's going to have 4 laps to battle off Tom Sinchak, and we haven't even see Sean Huffstedler, Adam Westfield. These are like unknown quantities here. These guys have not been up there battling with the leaders. They have not even been close to the leaders since like the start of the race. And what do these guys have in store for them? Could we have some spoilers up here at the front? And they're making their way out of 3 now in the short shoot down to turn 4. Adam Westfield, him and Sean Huffstedler have been steadily just kind of, everybody has stayed out of trouble pretty much, but they've been just, on it. And now it's just like the start of the race all over again. Fresh tires for everybody. Pace truck is in. Waiting for that green flag. Actually, they can go when the leader goes. And he elected to wait for the green flag. He drops the hammer. There's Sinchak on the outside. I'm sure the 14 is confident against the 8. And he might be there right with him, but he's got fresh tires just like Tom Sinchak does. Trying to make a good getaway here as they race down the backstretch, and everybody's there, and somebody's zigzagging, stepping out on the outside. Sinchak trying to take that high line, trying to battle off, and he's going to get in front of the 14. Now Vincent Sora's in trouble because right behind him there is Adam Westfield in the 3rd position. Here we are at lap 97. Tom Sinchak is your leader, but can he keep the 14 back there? He knows how strong Vincent Sora has been. Right now he's got a 0.2 of a second lead over Sora. It'll be lap 99 next time they come by. Vincent Sora trying to catch Tom Sinchak. The gap is now increased to 0.3 of a second. Sinchak might be good on like with fresh tires. It might be enough to battle back against the 14. The gap is coming down a little bit. And that lap 98, Vince Sora was 0.2 quicker than I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong guys here. Let's move to P1 here. Sinchak, lap 98. Sora ran a 50.2. Sinchak was a 0.1 quicker. Making their way now through turns 3 and 4. Westfield is 0.3 behind Sora. Rochelle, he's made it up to 4th, but he's almost 2 seconds behind Westfield. Here they come to the line. White flag is in the air. Sinchak, 0.8 of a second slower than Sora that time. Now he just has to beat him to the line. Vincent Sora making their way down the backstretch. He has led this race. He has been so unstoppable all race long. The only chance I think anybody would have had was such a scenario as this. Put everybody on some fresh tires and leave absolutely nothing on the table. Here they go through turns 3 and 4, making their way out onto the front stretch. And they're going to come down to the line, and it is going to be Tom Sinchak is going to take the checkered flag here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. With Vincent Sora's 2nd position, Adam Westfield brings it home in 3rd spot. He had just enough laps just to get up there and not have to worry about it lasting too long to try to keep that 14 behind him. And managed to come out on top. Tom Sinchak, ladies and gentlemen. let's see. I'm trying to move the guys up to the winner's circle here. Let's see. I was trying to find looking for Vincent Sora, and I don't see him right now. Let's see. Let's see if we can find. Looking for Adam Westfield. Trying to find the. Oh, there they are. They're already there in winner's circle. Let's get Tom Sinchak up there. We're gonna find him. There he is, right there. We'll move him on up to winner's circle there, and we're gonna jump on in there with him. Hey, folks. Okay, we're here in the winner's circle with the top three here, and boy, Tom, let me tell. Just enough laps and not too many to make you have to hold on to that lead. Man, I tell you, you had that one shot, and I guess you can't even believe that.
Yeah, turn 3. I want to be excited. I really do. It's like a hollow win for me because Vincent was literally the class of the field today. I feel bad for him. I mean, I would love to have a win, and I'm glad I got one, but this was definitely his race for sure.
10-4, would you say that it was just the fact that everybody had fresh tires and, I mean, you didn't have to conserve anything, I guess, right? You just threw everything you had at it.
Yeah, it was 3 qualifying laps at the end right there. I know going towards turn 3, he tried to cut my draft off, so I stayed high, and he tried to come back up. By the time I came back up, I was already there. And I was surprised I was able to hold the outside like I did. And once I saw that, I knew it's super hard to pass on this track with, equal tires. And we were all on equal tires, but I'm glad I got the win, but I do feel really terrible for him.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm sure you understand. It's all racing, and and if you're going to be out there, you got to race. And everybody, if it was reversed, you would expect them to do the same thing. We're all racers and stuff, and that's the objective number one is to get to the finish line first.
Absolutely, yeah. If it was Vincent, he would have done the same exact thing. And super nice kid, great dude. So it really, yeah, it sucks, but it's good at the same time for us for RS racing.
10-4. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Definitely Vincent for pretty much showing us how it's done. RS racing, all the other guys, we had 1 caution. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
On 100 laps on a track like this. And shout out to you because you always put on a good one. And my cousin and my uncle, I know they're watching, and they gave me shit last time because I didn't give them a shout out. So,
all right, man. Well, congratulations, man. We'll talk to you later on.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Vincent, what can I say? I mean, man, you had it, and everybody knows you had it. And so, I mean, you didn't cross the finish line first, but you definitely proved you were the king of the hill today.
Yeah, it's just super frustrating. Congrats, Tom, for the win. I knew I didn't have anything for him or Kyle on short run. They had me at the start of the race, and for the first 5 laps after a pit stop, they were a lot faster than me. So yeah, I just really didn't expect much on that final restart, but it is what it is. Next weekend's Chicagoland, so hope I can get a win there.
10-4, and of course, all you guys are already locked into the playoffs anyway. So it's at least you don't have that worry on your shoulders. There, you can just go out there and go racing.
Yeah, that's a really big relief.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Everybody in the league, Tom for racing me clean at the end, and all the other admins, and you for broadcasting the race.
All right, 10-4, man. We'll see you next week, and good luck next week.
All right, thanks, Tony.
Adam Westfield, man, how about it, man? 3rd place.
I claw, and I just hope to be there at the end.
I tell you, man. But see, I was watching you and Sean Hofstadler. You guys were, I mean, you were never really out of it. You it's just kind of quietly making your way up through the field and stuff, and then I guess some of the pit road exchanges, the way things shook out there, and but man, I tell you, that's probably one of the best things, getting that caution at the end, huh, and being able to get 4 fresh Goodyears for just a sprint race basically to the finish.
Yeah, well, after that first green flag run, I knew I was fast. I was top 5 car after that. I knew I was pretty good on the long run. But you know what, Kyle, Tom, Vincent, they were dominating the whole race. You know, I wasn't sure on that green white checker, although that last restart, what would happen though. But I hung around, and you know, I was able to hold in third.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to all the drivers in this league. The last 10 races have just been absolutely awesome. There haven't really been many cautions. It's been a lot of green flag runs. It's just awesome to see this league's going in the right direction. And Tony, you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Well, 10-4, we always enjoy putting on the races. You guys put on a great show, man, and congratulations again, and we will see you next week.
Thank you, Tony.
10-4. Okay, folks, well, that's going to do it for us this evening. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up these results for you here, the finishing results here. Let's bring those up. And here we have Tom Sinchak, your winner. Vincent Sora, second. Adam Westfield, third. Kyle Rochelle, fourth. Dustin Swingle, fifth position. Thomas Walter, sixth. Maurice Gamillion, seventh place. James Trammell, eighth. Sean Huffstutler, ninth. Landon Durhol rounds out the top 10. Dakota Moniz, 11th. Ryan Bird, 12th. Max Foner, 13th. Cole Grimes, 14th. Jesse Thornock, 15th. And 16th, we have Ryan Ferraro. Aaron Krolick, 17th. And 18th, we have Mike Vano. 19th position, we have Brian Dubel, Martin Morales, 20th, Kane Hoy, 21st, and Patrick Hernandez. I don't know, he might have had connection issues or something and wasn't able to finish the race. Scored at 22nd position. So for all of us here at Rice Motorsports, we thank you once again for joining us here for the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll know each time we go live. And for all of us here, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.